What's up, everybody? This is episode 63 of Hoops Talk with Dave's Joint. Shout outs to everybody that's been supporting this so far. For those who haven't seen these episodes, check them out on YouTube, Facebook, and IGTV. But without further ado, we have a very special guest here tonight. He's a city champion at South Shore High School and one of the city's best up-and-coming talents. Tonight, I give you Mr. Kipplyn Richvine. Kip, thank you for coming on and sharing your story.
Glad to be here.
My God. So, my first question is, what motivates you to be successful in the game of basketball?
I won't only say my family, but just the grind, just getting better and better every day, just trying to get out the projects, the hood. That's really what motivates me, besides my family, the main thing.
So how long have you been playing basketball?
I've been playing basketball since I was 8, but I started to take it serious when I was in 7th grade, around the age 13. That's why I wear the number 13 when I was in 7th grade. But that was when I really started playing ball. I was playing ball since I was little. We used to play for fun in the back of the building, stuff like that.
So, what part of Brooklyn are you from, and what's like the basketball culture in the borough?
I'm from East New York, by Linden Houses, by Gersh Park, the famous Gersh Park that everybody talk about and want to play at. I'm not familiar with a lot of up-and-coming players that was around the area, but every Sunday when I play basketball with the older guys, they sit down and tell me stories from time to time about who came through up-and-coming, passing by, that played and hooped in Gersh. So
basically, talk about, what's the strengths and weaknesses in your game?
I won't say I got any weaknesses in my eyes, but a lot of people say that I won't shoot the ball as much. But this season, I'm going to prove a lot of people wrong if it's a season due to COVID. But my strengths, I would say seeing the floor, slashing, that's a big thing. Athletic, get to the basket. I'm a team player. I play defense. That's about it, though.
So, what is like some of your favorite tournaments to play in?
Favorite tournaments, I got to give it to Gersh. Oh, man. I like West 4th. I only played there one time, but I like West 4th. Smart ball is a good one. Smart ball. But for the most part, I really be playing in like days. Like, you know how your neighborhood have a day?
Right, yeah.
Those be the stamp. That would stamp you in the neighborhood. So I really play in those. But the main park that I like is Gersh Park, my hometown.
Yeah, man. Shout outs to Gersh. They do, they really do everything they do it well. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is like, family oriented, and unlike a lot of other parks, they keep everything under control. So shout outs to them.
Yeah. Shout out to Gersh, Fly Ty, DP, and the whole family.
Indeed. So, what made you decide to go to South Shore out of middle school?
The first school I was originally going to go to was George Washington. I said George Washington. Westinghouse. But something was going on with the coaches and stuff. My guy, Lou, Lewis, one of the new high school, one of the coaches on South Shore. I was going to go to Westinghouse, but I played with Smoke's AAU team, the Brooklyn Wrens, my 8th grade year. Right. And I just felt like it was home for me. It was a family. So I just kept the tradition going, and I stayed there all 4 years. Well, going on 4 years.
That's what's up, man. So, talk about, because you're about to be a senior, but talk about, you're a 4-year varsity player. Well, yes. You will be a 4-year varsity player. So what was it like making the team as a freshman?
I can't lie to you. Making the team as I didn't even have to try out, but making the team as a freshman, I felt good. Anywhere I went, I was the only freshman on varsity while everybody else was playing JV. I mean, I would have had fun playing JV, but it was a better experience, like just building togetherness, building bonds, memories, and stuff like that you can't get back. So that was the main thing. I was very excited.
Talk about, playing with Kadary Richmond and Femi Odukale, two guys that's with at Division I programs in the ACC.
What I could say about them, those are my guys. I could text them, call them whenever. They'll give me advice if I ask for some, whenever. But those are my guys. But the times when we had practices and stuff, they will always work hard. Sometimes, it'll be a lazy day because they're tired. But for the most part, they'll always go hard, lead by example. Femi's a hard worker. Cooks is a hard worker too, but Femi is a hard worker. They'll always go at each other in practice. They even go at me. And that's how I had to earn my stripes, just going at them in practice. That was the main thing. Because if you could go at them in practice, then the coaches see, like, he's ready for the game. So, but those are my guys,
Talk about playing for Smoke. Great dude.
Yeah, that's a great dude. The main thing I like about Smoke is just him always being by my side and got my back. No matter what's the situation, he's never going to turn his back, even if I was to leave South Shore right now. He'll never turn his back on me. He'll always try to help me in any way he can. That's what I like about Smoke so much. But I've been playing with Smoke since 8th grade. When I first came on the scene of, like, really playing basketball in tournaments in 7th grade, like Conrad McCray Project winning, stuff like that, I had first met Smoke when I was playing with New Heights, and I was playing up with the 8th graders with Ryan Myers and a couple other guys. We went to Elevate Hoops, and we played against friends. We played against Jason Palmer, Kareem May. We played against a couple of those guys, and we had one. That's the first time I seen Smoke eye to eye. Like, a lot of people used to speak of him, but I never knew who he was. I never knew a lot of people in the city until, like, the coming years. So 8th grade, that's when I really, like, we started to build the bond. And then, as you can see, when I went to South Shore, it just grew.
So, even though you weren't a focal part of the championships that you guys won, like, how does it feel to have 2 city championships?
It feels great. We were going to go on 3. Not to talk much, but we were going to go on 3. But it feels great. Like, it's like winning the NBA Finals, just as if you there, you got the trophy, all eyes are on you, everybody looking at you while you're on the floor holding the trophy. It's just an amazing experience.
This year, basically, you shined up. Basically, even though you didn't really score the points that was expected, like, you were probably one of the focal points of the team with Dante, Zaire. Like, how did it feel bringing them into the fold?
I mean, I'm not the type of guy that just how do you say it? To shut people out. Like, I'll give them a chance, of course. But if they was to mess up, as in, like, Chuck or something, then it's different. But I'm not the type to shut people out. If we're going to play a team game, we're going to play a team game. So that was the main thing.
So this year, you guys had a pretty good season, went all the way to the quarterfinals. Talk about, the season itself before COVID.
I mean, it was a pleasure playing with them. It was a pleasure playing with them guys. It was a blessing. We went through a lot of ups and downs, stuff off the court, on the court as a team. But at the end of the day, we was always there for each other. It was a brotherhood. That was the main thing. But coming into the playoffs, I felt as if nobody could stop us. Me personally. From when we played Eagle, Bronx Eagle, when we was in the Borough finals, when we played Banneker, Brooklyn Collegiate and schools like that, I felt as if nobody could stop us.
So, also one big game that went down this year. Y'all played Mayfair, which had Josh Christopher that's going to Arizona State and Dior Johnson, who's going to be a junior at Oak Hill. Like, talk about what it was like being the main event, being the team with the main event and beating a big time school on the Barclays Center floor?
I mean, it's major when you got everybody in the city coming out to watch you, and I know them guys are supposed to be nationally ranked and stuff like that, but me personally, me just watching highlights is not gonna make me just bow down to you. You got to play against me and show me that you're nationally ranked. But it was a fun experience. It was a fun experience playing the main game. Everybody in the city coming out, the cameras, Slam Magazine, Splash Productions, college coaches like Jawan Homeward, NBA players, Jaylen Brown. That's just amazing. They watching a young kid like me come from the projects.
That's what's up, man. So, with COVID-19, shutting down the rest of the season and most of AAU, like how have you been doing thus far?
I mean, I just been doing a lot of calisthenics, trying to mainly focus on my jump shot, shoot as much as I can. Just staying out the way too. A lot of crimes and stuff been going on. So I just been trying to stay out the way. That's mainly it though. Just staying in shape, trying to get as much runs as I can. Anything that helps with my game.
So you also played with Team New England recently. Like, talk about what it's been like playing with them.
It's been a blessing because my former teammates like Femi, Cooks, and Isaiah, they played with them, so that's how I knew of Team New England. And Isaiah Davis, that guy is tremendous. He's cool, great to be around, good to speak to. He's gonna tell you just like how it is, critique you no matter what, if you're doing right or wrong, or you're doing bad or good. That's why I like to speak to him a lot. But it was a fun experience, and I played with a kid named Bryce. I forgot his last name, but he's a 5-star. He committed to Louisville, so it's kind of good playing out of my city against other kids, seeing what they could do. But it was fun that weekend though.
Yeah. So recently you got to play in the Isaiah Whiteheads event, Coney Island versus the city, and
Yes.
also Pop Smoke Day. You already said that you love playing on the playground.
Yeah.
Talk about what it was like, playing in an event in memory of Pop Smoke, and what did his influence, like, how much of an impact did he have on you?
I won't say he had much of an impact. Other people will probably be like, oh, he did this, he did that. I wouldn't say he had much of an impact on me, but his songs, I like his songs though. They're very catchy, good to listen to when you're mad or you're just not in the mood. They probably make you smile. But for me to playing that day, I felt as if it was a blessing because, if he was alive, he might have not picked me. He might have picked somebody else. But I got the chance and opportunity to play, and I seized it.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, now that you're about to be a senior, basically, like, a lot of people are skeptical about there not being a season. But if there is a season, like, what's your goal for your senior year?
Oh, same as last. Borough chip, city champion, and state, and try to go undefeated. That's the main thing.
So, like, have any schools reached out to you as far as colleges?
Yeah, a couple schools. Ryder. I was talking to Ryder not too long ago. But the schools mainly hit up Smoke for me. Oh, right. Snap. They mainly hit up Smoke, a couple schools. So, like UMass, stuff like that. Iona, Manhattan. What else? Dayton. A couple other schools.
So, in the event that you do pick a school, when that time comes, what is Kipplyn Richvine looking for in a school? Or what does the school have to land the services of Kipplyn Richvine?
Well, the first thing is, besides the basketball part, it got to be about school. It got to be good athletic. I said good athletics. Good education. That's the main thing. Trying to get a free education with this basketball thing. But besides the education, just being a family, pushing me to be better, wanting better for me. You know, as I said before, family orientated, got to be like welcoming. It got to be basically like I'm going back home with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
Right. So, final question: what's next in the future for Kipplyn Richvine?
I got a game this week, Friday at Ali Mode. Saturday, I have a game in Red Hook. It's like a family day, but you know I love the family day games. And if it's a season, I'm ready to hoop.
I hear that, man. Kip, thanks for coming on, and I
appreciate you for having me.
Indeed, man. I wish you nothing but the best moving forward.
Thanks, Dave.
So, everybody, this is episode 63 of Hoops Talk with Dave's Joint. Shout outs to, this young man, Kipplyn. For those from those from East New York, from South Shore, and everybody in Brooklyn, definitely check out this episode on YouTube, IG, TV, and Facebook. Stay blessed, stay safe. Peace.